Hello mate, hope you're keeping well. Thanks for sending over this video, and thanks for sending over the video of you talking obviously about your feelings and how, what you think is happening throughout the golf swing. And obviously you mentioned about your arms as well, which we'll cover in a bit throughout this video. Thanks again for sending over the lessons for your friend as well. I will drop you a WhatsApp message in a minute actually, just to say if you can maybe get him set up on this app, or if you can drop me his email or phone number, or if you can get in touch with me, so we can get him set up on the app so I can send his videos across to him, and help him along the way. So there's been some really good changes in your golf swing, Paul. I'm actually really impressed. Obviously you're doing quite a bit of work, which is good. There's a few things I want to point out. One is going to be about your backswing, and basically again just covering posture. The other bit, we're going to again speak about your arms, which I think you'll be quite surprised about. So I'll show you that in a minute as well. And then obviously I want to talk about your release, which should hopefully get you hitting the ball a bit straighter. Because from what I'll show you in a minute, but what I can see from this video, we've now basically eliminated one out of the two things that causes the ball to curve in the air. So we just now need to correct that other one as well. So let's get straight into it. So let's just play through your video, and see all the good changes that we've made. So takeaway with the golf club is not too bad. You're now starting to open up your hands. I would like to see, again, a touch more rotation, trying to get the club head working a little bit more on the inside and get your hands opening up, not picking up so much. So yeah, so we can see how the club head works slightly on the outside. But it's better. Hands are definitely opening up more, which is good. Yeah, and we set the club into not a bad position here, so club head's pretty much in line with the hands, which is really good. You can continue your turn into the backswing, which is good. Yeah, making a nice turn into your backswing. Obviously, one thing I do want to pick up on, this leg again, straightening off quite a lot, with quite a lot of flex into your left knee. Now, I want you almost to try and level this out a little bit, so still maintain a little bit of flex into this right knee, but right knee, left knee, and this right knee, again, needs to stay a little bit more flexed. I'll come on to why I think you may be struggling to do this in a second. But going forward, nice top position. Hands start to work down, which is good. There we go. It's that little drop in behind you. That's perfect. And then here we can then shallow this golf club. So the shaft of the golf club is now shallowed, which is good. So we're no longer in a very vertical, steep position with the golf shaft. And this sets us up nicely. Good position here. Club head in line with hands, and then that sets us up nicely for this in to out swing path. Okay, so as you can see, there we go, club travels from in to out. Now you said obviously that some shots are still going out to the right. Basically, like I said, there's two things that we need to correct to stop the ball curving from left to right, almost a bit of a slice. The first is club path. So in to out, as the red line shows on here, and the second one, which I'll do in a blue line, is our club face. So here we can see that club face is opened up quite a lot through impact. So the club face has more of a percentage, or more of a weighting to where the ball goes than the club path. So if the club face is opening up, it's always going to go to the right. Even if if we get, our path is the red, the blue line here is going to be our club face. There we go. So if we get our path out to the right, so into out, and our club face pointing to the right, the ball's always going to go to the right. So what we need to now do is I need you to work on your release, so getting your right hand working over a bit more to close this club face open, close it over, okay? Close the toe of the golf club over. Now, obviously what we ideally want is a path going to the right, so into out, and a club face which is pointing left of our swing path and closing, okay? So that's, like I said, that's where the release comes in. So just work on that, just really emphasise getting your right hand working over with this path, because if you do that correctly, you will see straight golf shots, because there's nothing else that can contribute, unless you're hitting it out the hill of the golf club. There's nothing else that will contribute to the ball going to the right hand side or curving in the air. You either haven't got the right path or the right club face at impact. Again, if you need a bit more explanation on that, hopefully that makes sense, but just let me know. Now let's have a look at your arms. So you said that you were struggling to make sure that left arm's being seen. Now this is a foot from the golf ball at full swing. Obviously we're looking at it in frames, but it's good. Right elbow's being tucked in. Good visuals on the left arm. Right hand is underneath, ready to be released over. So for me, that's a good position. Obviously, when we move it on a frame, yes, we can't see your left arm, but the ball's already gone. So that's absolutely fine. And this is where this right hand needs to start being turned over a little bit more. But it's this frame which I'm really impressed with. Absolutely perfect. Again, you sort of made a change without really thinking about it too hard, I guess. That is absolutely fine. Bent right arm, relatively straight left arm, and then you can then release that golf club through. So that's really good. Now, the other thing I wanted you to work on is, if we go back to your takeaway, is obviously that right knee. So we can see it in, just to show you again, we can see how we've got good posture when we set up, good upper body posture as well. Now watch what happens here. So obviously right leg straightens off, maintain your upper body posture, but right leg straightens. Now, if I get rid of those lines, now what I'm going to do, Paul, just to show you, is I'm going to put a line, so let's put a thick line on top of your head, okay? Now, if you look at all good golfers, they keep their height on the way back and lose a fraction of height on the way down. Now that's due to them pushing down into the ground to generate power. So what I need to get you to do is, if we have a look at this, before I tell you what you need to do, watch how your head rises above that line on the way back, yeah? And then down through impact, see how we almost gain more height, or if not, just about keep our height, okay? And then you rotate through. So what I need to get you doing is, if we come back to your takeaway, sorry, my iPad's playing up a little bit, it's very, very slow. Okay, here we go. So, watch your upper body. So what happens is, from the minute we go, head works up, chest works up, leg straightens. Okay, so everything's working up. What I want you to feel is that when you start to take the club away, that your head works slightly down, chest stays over the golf ball, but obviously make sure you turn. So you're going to stay sort of down and turn with your torso, whilst it should be a bit easier to then maintain flex in that lower body. So when we then do that, so head's going to stay down, chest's going to stay a little bit more over the golf ball, but obviously still turn. You can almost say that you're this shoulder's going to feel like sort of toppling over but turning. Obviously, leg's going to stay flexed. Now, that's going to get you, hopefully, so let's delete all these lines. Hopefully then, we'll be able to maintain our height. So your head should then be almost under that line, or in line with that line. And then what we want to get you doing is on the way down, feeling that you push down into the ground. So almost feeling like you're making a bit of a squatting movement and pushing all your weight down into the ground in both your feet. That's then going to make you lose a touch of height. So this is quite complex, but it's going to be great for generating power throughout the golf shot. Okay, so obviously you're still going to turn while you're doing this. It's not a static movement. You're going to be on the way back, going to be feeling that you almost stay down. So chest is going to turn but stay closer to the ground. Head's going to not lift. Upper body isn't going to lift. It's going to almost stay slightly down. Leg's going to stay slightly bent. Right knee, right leg. Going to turn into your backswing. On the way down, you're going to rotate as normal, but feeling like you're pushing into the ground. So use the ground, all right? That's what I want you to work on. Obviously, I've covered quite a bit there. So just to recap, just keep working on that takeaway in regards to making sure that you open up your hands. I want you to make sure that you don't gain height on the way back, so you're going to feel like everything's staying slightly closer to the ground. Knees going to stay bent, still make your full turn. Again, really good movement with the arms to drop it on the inside. Again, just to show you here, do the path in the red again. So path is going to be going this way. Club face, which I'll do in blue, has to close to your path. All right, if you get those two things there, the two arrows in that direction, where path is to the right, club face is closing, you will not hit shots to the right. I will guarantee it. If anything, you'll hit shots to the left. All right, so or you'll hit a bit of a draw instead of a fade. So again, I know this video is going on, but I just want to really make sure that you understand it. All right. So, but obviously, any problems you got, just let me know. A good one to have a look at online is if you just type into Google. I'm just doing it now as well. Swing path club face relationship. All right, and have a look on Google Images. Okay, you'll see lots of different arrows and club faces and lines. Okay, I might even send this to you. You'll see to hit a push, a push slice or a slice shot, you'll see the club face and where the club path is. Okay, so just have a look at that as well. If you get a little bit lost with it, just have a look online. But this here, again, red line is your path, club face is going to close to that. Obviously, remember about keeping your posture on the way back, push down on the way through, and make sure you release that golf club to close that club face. So we get that club face square to that blue line now. All right. Hope that helps. Again, keep practicing, keep sending me videos, so I can, make sure that you're doing the right thing. And then we'll catch up in a week or two and have another little look, another little lesson, and see how it goes. Take it steady, Paul, and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers, mate. Bye.